Hi guys, a few days back Jag Betty made a new version of his glider that he called the Grandad Mk, and he challenged me to make my own version and see if I could get it to go better. Now I got to confess I didn't pay much attention to the dimensions. The only thing I remember was it was white pizza tray that he'd used, or food tray, polystyrene, styrofoam, and it used a clothes peg, wooden clothes peg, as part of the body. So I've got a clothes peg that I'll use. Not quite sure how I'm going to use it, but I'll use it. And I'm not sure whether to use this white pizza tray that I've got, or use this black one. It was fairly small, the plane that he ended up making. I'm rather keen to use the black one simply because you can see it's got some big dents in it where I ran over it with my chair, my 5-wheeled chair. So there's part of it that's not much use for anything. So I think I might use this rather than the white one. It's the same thickness, and from memory I think his was only sort of about this wide, which if I now put my ruler on it, what's that, about 160 millimeters wide, and it wasn't much longer either. So I'll cut a section out of that and make my own version. The only thing I'm going to do that he didn't do is I'm going to put some tips on the wings for a bit of dihedral or polyhedral. I might stick a tail on it as well, a rudder, if I can get all of that out of the one piece. So I'll save my white piece and I'll use the damaged black piece. When that's dried or cooled down, I'll just rub down the edges to round them off a little bit. There we are. I've added the wooden clothes peg at the front to give us the balance for the centre of gravity. I've also added a little piece of barbecue skewer there, so that if we want to, we can try catapult launch. Have to be a bit careful, because if we do it too much, it will snap the styrofoam back there. But we'll go and try it in the garden. It's 8 o'clock at night and it's still daylight out there, so we might be able to see it, even though it is a bit black against the dark background. Well, that looked good. Well, that seemed to work. A single pizza tray, or polystyrene, styrofoam tray. It's just styrofoam about 1/8 of an inch thick, or 5mm, with a wooden clothes peg. That's the balancing weight at the front. I've had to add a little bit of blue tack to it as well, just to get the balance right. Not terribly stable in flight, rocking around a little bit. I'm sure I could trim that a bit more if I spent a bit more time on it. But there we go, Jag Betty. That's your Grandad Mk, or at least that's Grandad's version of your Grandad Mk, and it flies. Might even try it with the catapult launch sometime. It's getting on a bit now, it must be about 9 o'clock at night, so we've probably had enough for tonight. Job done.